While many are celebrating the ruling, some are calling it a disaster. Most of the stores that are closing are having clearance sales, like this one, here at 145th Street. This room here at the new home of Bailey's Cafe will be a center of theater, dance, and art. It took a simple 3-2 vote to settle 10 years of debate. FCC Commissioner Tom Wheeler voted yes, ensuring consumers and businesses will have the same access to high-speed internet service.
No one, whether government or corporate, should control free and open access to the internet.
With the vote, internet users around America, like James McKenty and Amelia Bruner, will not have to fear slowed down access to their favorite websites.
I commented on the FCC site multiple times.
Data can be transferred and communicated equally across any nodes in the network.
While many are celebrating the ruling, some are calling it a disaster. Internet service providers like Comcast and Verizon are among them. So are congressional Republicans, like John Food.
The internet is going to be subject to the heavy hand of regulation as opposed to the light touch that's been utilized for so long up until this point.
Columbia University computer science professor Vishal Mishra says the public is focused on the wrong problem.
I hope 4 million people write to the FCC and demand greater competition. That's a much better solution than these net neutrality regulations.
Mishra says that the best way to guarantee that the internet will continue to get faster is for the government to create more competition among the big service providers. Michaela? Not long from now, the Radio Shack name will be stripped from this storefront. The longtime tech dealer will soon be just a small piece of the Sprint portfolio. The cell phone company will have control of 2,400 of the Shack's 4,000 stores, leaving workers like Alex Dillon without a job.
I have a lot of good memories in here. I learned a lot from the company. I learned to be a salesman, and I think that's something really important that's going to help me with in the future, basically. But if the company closes, that's going to be bad for a lot of people.
Most of the stores that are closing are having clearance sales, like this one, here at 145th Street. Among the people soon to lose their go-to electronic retail spot is Uptown resident Mario Villarizar.
It's a little inconvenient, I have to go out of my way to go find what I need,
Longtime customers, like John Rumley, are aware of the challenges that conventional retailers like Radio Shack are dealing with.
I can understand how competition has set them back.
The chain, around since 1921, was once a leading seller of goods. Now it will just step aside and let the commerce centers of the future, like Amazon and eBay, take center stage. Andrew Johnson, Columbia News Tonight. Stephanie Siegel has waited over a decade to find a place for Bailey's Cafe, where she enrolls 100 students per year. Soon, she will get that chance at the grand opening of her new space.
It happens to all of us. We get stuck in a box sometimes, and it takes something extra to push us beyond our fear of stepping out of that box.
Starting on April 25th, this room here at the new home of Bailey's Cafe will be a center of theater, dance, and art.
Often the arts frees up something, the pleasure of painting something or sharing music or sharing dance often takes you beyond that fear and, can help a person to grow.
Since 2003, Siegel has offered a safe place for kids to express themselves through education and the arts. She was a Brooklyn school teacher for 25 years. Now she devotes herself full-time to Bailey's. 12th grader Myra joined the program several years ago. Now she teaches dance to girls after school at nearby PS 21.
We have dancing, we have drawing, we have poetry. I love dance, and when I come to Bailey's Cafe, I get to dance, and it makes me feel at home.
12th grade twins Marcia, Sully, and Melissa have been a part of this program for 4 years. They say Miss Siegel inspires them.
She's a wonderful person. She is a role model, like Myra said, and a leader. I think she's a very determined person, so she teaches other students in the school to act as a leader as well, which is very important.
The same thing. I think she understanding, creative, and like motivate others. So I don't know. I just love her. So
Siegel relies on independent donors. She says a permanent location will help. Up until now, the program has been run at affiliated schools. Siegel and the kids are excited to now have their own space.
People who've come by to see what's going on, offered their services, been really friendly, really made me feel like we were part of a village. So it's been very welcoming.
And the kids agree that after 12 long years, it feels like Bailey's Cafe finally has a home. Andrew Johnson, Columbia News Tonight. Long-suffering Sandy victims may finally get some relief. FEMA has finally agreed to review the insurance claims of homeowners who believe their post-storm compensation was unfair. The investigation could affect 144,000 people in New York and New Jersey. Many homeowners say insurance companies did not pay them enough money to rebuild their homes after the 2012 storm. Some victims say they received letters from FEMA asking them to pay the agency back extra relief money. The senators of New York and New Jersey helped put this deal together after several meetings with FEMA Administrator Craig Fugate. Senator Robert Menendez says this decision is, quote, a significant turnaround for people who were victimized by the storm, FEMA and the insurance companies. 2,200 cases surrounding Sandy relief claims are now in court.